everybody, this is Crystal, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make another card. And this card is part of the Design Team Challenge for the month of August 2018. And our three colors that we had to use were pink, orange, and brown. We could use any other colors that we wanted and any shades of those three colors, but it still had to be pink, orange, and brown with either a white or a black background. So stay tuned. To get started with, I used the stamp set Sunflower Wishes, and I used Memento ink, and I stamped on some pieces of Bristol paper, and then I started coloring with alcohol markers, and I used Pumpkin Pie, the light and the dark. As you can see, first I went over with the light, and then I shadowed where they overlapped each other, and then I went back over and I filled it in with yellow in the center, and then I added a stamp around the edges with Early Espresso brown ink, and then I put the little cross hatches in with Early Espresso ink too. And the second one, I used watercolor markers, and these were Flirty Flamingo and Blushing Bride. And I did the same thing as I did with the alcohol markers. And then I filled the center in with yellow, and then I stamped the ring, and I stamped the cross hatches with the Early Espresso brown ink. And for the beige flower, I used crumb cake alcohol markers, the light and the dark, and I did the same type of technique as I did with the others, and I used Early Espresso for the ring and the cross hatches. Now I took a piece of crumb cake cardstock and I cut it 2 inches by 5.5, and I ran it through my Big Shot and I embossed it, and then I took espresso brown ink and went over it. And now I'm also going over the edges of my flowers with the Early Espresso, just to give it a little more earthy look. And then I'm sponging around the edges of my card to give it a softer appearance. And then I decided they were too flat, so I took my stylus and I was going around the edges and coping the little petals to come up to make them more 3D. And I put them on sponge tape to give them a popped up effect. And I also stamped some leaves in the same manner, and I colored them the same way, and I went around the edges with a black marker, and I just slid them underneath the flowers for right now. And I took a die cut I had, this fancy die cut, and I cut it out of pink cardstock, and I sponged around the edges, and I stamped "You Are a Blessing" on the feather stamp set. And now I'm gluing my little leaves in place, and then I'll pop up my sentiment with a little bit of foam tape and to give it a more 3D look. And there you go, you're finished.